Hello, good afternoon. My name is Elia Daniel. This is Sociology 100, and the main topic of my discussion today is social stratification. Today, I will be picking a character from a popular and famous TV show, and I will be explaining the character's social mobility through the means of social stratification. Firstly, what is social stratification? According to MacLeod, social stratification refers to society's categorization of its people into groups. Now, these groups are based on socio-economic factors like wealth, race, and genders. According to Kantian, social stratification is a basic element present in all animal and human societies. He explains that ranks and hierarchy appear wherever humans and animals live in. Social stratification can also be measured. According to Murray, social stratification can be measured by checking the income, wealth, and occupation of people. This explains that the education level, the type of job, and the type of income we get determines our rank and hierarchy in our societies and community. So now I'll be talking about Simba's social mobility through the means of social stratification. I will be highlighting some factors that affected Simba's social mobility, and I will start with his background. Simba was born into a royal family. His father was King Mufasa, who was the current ruler of the Pride Walk in the jungle. Now we'll talk about his family status. Simba's family status was a royal lineage. His great grandfather was the king, his great 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 grandfather was the king, his father was the king, and he was meant to be the king. Now we'll talk about the education of Simba. Simba got most of his teachings and educations from mentorship and life experiences. Simba learns how to take care of himself, learns how to become a king, and learns about responsibility by fleeing his pack and living alone in the jungle. What big personal choice was made by the character? The big choice I believe was made by the character was fleeing the Pride Walk. After the death of his father, King Mufasa, Simba chose to leave his family, friends, wealth, and flee the Pride Walk. He chose to run away because he had fear in his mind and guilt. His father died at a young age, so Simba always felt like he was the main root and cause of his father's death. So, because of this, he blamed himself and ran away from his home. Now, what was the career of Simba? Simba later on in the movie returns back to the Pride Walk and reclaims his rightful position as the king. Simba, at the end of the movie, faced his fears and decided to come back and take his rightful place of ruling his people. Now, what theory I believe best explain the character's experience of social stratification? The theory I believe best explain the character's social stratification is conflict theory. Conflict theory states that societies get into conflict because of limited resources. And we can see this in the case of Simba because Simba was born into a royal family and was meant to become the rightful heir and king of the jungle. But he had to constantly battle and fight for his right because of the limitation. He even had to fight with his uncle and battle his uncle for him to reclaim his rights as king. And that is why I say this can be related to conflict theory. Thank you.